plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lying like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lying like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lying like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we
Hello, Bryce. Welcome in.
through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lying like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my.
Alright, how's everybody doing? I know, I've been playing other games, doing other things. Okay, so I broke one of the cables on my stuff, okay? So I had to replace it. It was my fault. Instead of going and laying and sitting in my actual recliner chair, this chair does recline back, unfortunately. So I was sitting here watching a movie on my TV and my PlayStation. I kicked my chair back, fell asleep. I have nerve issues, so my arms, I started spazzing a little bit in my sleep, something or another. I end up ripping the cable out of my steering wheel, so had to get that replaced. Now I got that. We're here. We're back. Gonna get some of this done today. Later on, for you guys that have been watching or getting back into watching my Rust antics and stuff of that sort, I will play that a little bit later today. Wasn't really too worried about playing it this morning because that awesome farmhouse that I was building the other day, if you guys seen it, got raided by 15 freaking people. I was like, good Lord, man. 2 disabled guys trying to have some fun. We're just sitting here building and trying to get offline, dude. We're fighting with them for an hour and a half. We just gave up, man. After an hour and a half of defending our base, we're like, y'all can have it, man. Y'all could have it. Bunch of weenies. Great game. I love it, though. I really do. Okay, so we're too full. We ain't gonna take... Oh, excuse me. We ain't taking... Oh, wrong one. We're not taking in any wood, really, right now. So... Jesus. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep on doing what we were doing the other day, and... we're just gonna keep cutting stuff, stacking it right on our sell point there, and selling it for right now. We're at 133,000. I need to get to... I don't know. I mean, I'd like to put one of these down, a carpentry, because they take in wood and trees, right? That'd be a nice one. I mean, furniture makes good money. Titanic Doob, welcome in. This is Farming Simulator 25. Sorry, it's not in the main title, but it is in the description. Sorry about that, fellas. I've been doing that, and it's been saving me space in my title section to be able to put little emojis and crap if I really want to. Appreciate you guys stopping by. So I'm trying to figure... Okay, so I think we have like a mini version. I don't know if we have like a mini version of a... See, they take... Okay, no. They only take in planks and long planks. I'd like to put some... I'd like to mix it up and put in some other things that deal with lumber in here, but... I just got to figure out what I want to put in first. Since we're dealing with wood, we're going to be making a lot of wood. I do want to do a little bit of digging if it comes right down to it. I like this map, so I'd like to find a good spot on here to do some digging too. So you got the mini sawmill, but don't have anything in the cheaper modded styles, do we? Nothing really, no. $300,000 for that. Same price up top, I think. I'm not sure what Farmville is, but this is just, Farm Sim 25, Farming Simulator. Build a farm, do what you want. Make it look like you got a town. There's a variety of things you can do with the stuff, I guess, if you want. If you get an empty map like this. The main maps, a lot of those are all like got certain areas for you to do stuff. You can always increase the fields, you know, make them bigger, smaller. You know, you can do all that sort of stuff with the game. So, I mean, you can pretty much take a map and make it your own, do your own thing with it. You know, stuff of that sort, man. Some good old farming. Okay, so I guess my goal is going to be to try to get to 300,000 today because I want to put in. Well, I want to put in a few things. So we'll see what happens. I'll play the long game on this one today. We'll see what's up. I don't know how long I'll be on, but I'm gonna be here for a while. See, I want to make the ground hard, you know, make it so that it's a hard ground, but we can't for some reason. It just doesn't get hard. Like, I guess if I started putting a bunch of buildings down, then maybe the ground would be solid, but other than that, I really don't know what else to do. I tried the roller. The roller doesn't even pack the ground down or nothing. Oh, I don't know. This game's been out for, well, this is FS25s. They made 25 of them, one every other year or whatever it is, or every year. This is like their 20th or 25th year into the thing. I'm not sure. This is only the second one I've ever played, so I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my property line? Property line. Okay, I can go down for a little bit. That's actually a really nice looking hill over there. I mean, I'd like to, you know what? Let's start working toward that hill. That, you know, get up on the other side of it might be a perfect spot for, building a quarry, you know. Don't do that crap to me. Taking forever. Why are you turning? Yeah, I just need to get a whole new setup for this, honestly. I mean, the seat and everything that I've got set up is great, but I would like to get rid of this side panel that I'm using, and I'd love to get the a dual analog set, like a dual stick controller type deal, so that way when I'm operating vehicles that do not have a steering wheel, I actually feel like I'm doing it right. You know what I mean? Because this thing for Farm Sim from Logitech is cool, but it breaks down. We already know that, you know, if you're using Logitech, man, you might get stranded deep. We already know that. We already know that much. I didn't have this set up not 6 months, and I actually broke it on like the second day. Not gonna lie. It does the trick, but yeah, like I said, I'd love to have the dual analog sticks, man, because I mean, look at this. This thing uses 2 sticks, man. I should be sitting here using 2 sticks. I think it'd make it easier too. I wouldn't even have to use my mouse. And the cool thing is the sticks that I'm looking at, they got like, I think like 32 programmable buttons on each stick. So you can literally go in and set it up to do whatever, which I think is super cool. Trick with this thing is to try to back up quick enough after you cut it to get it to fall straight down, man. So we'll not end up, I mean, I know it's not going to be a perfect stack. You know, I'm going to end up messing this up. But that's okay. I don't like it when I'm sitting there not talking and the mic lights up, man. Gotta readjust that just about every time I get on, man. Almost every other day I gotta fix that. Come on there. Oh, you're off a little bit. Okay, yeah, you're fine, whatever. You're a big tree, man. The other ones didn't have them weighing down like that. Not gonna lie, it feels good to be back in the saddle, fellas. Getting her done. Not gonna lie, every time I cut a tree down and rushed, you guys, I was thinking about this over here, like, man, this would be some good wood. Oh, come on there, princess. Little tap don't mean you gotta go a little extreme. Happens a lot to some of them out there. Originally, we were working our way down to that farmyard down there because I was thinking that might even be a good area to turn into like an actual homestead for myself. Build a house there and whatnot. I'm not going to do any farming. If I do any farming at all, it'd be simple stuff. Stuff that I can use little simple hand tools to do, you know what I mean? But I don't think I'm going to go that route with this. With farming sim this month. Because this, like I said, I'm working on the logging. Because I love to do the lumber stuff. Oh, there we go. So I told you the stack wasn't going to be a decent one eventually. I love doing the lumber parts of this game, along with the being able to dig the terrain up. I love terraforming. I love pulling the iron out of the ground, the stone, you know, all the cool stuff. Stuff that'll make you rich quick in this game. Handy little hint for you guys out there if you want to make quick money. Set it up. Go out with the terraform. Go out and find a spot to start digging, man. All the stone you'll ever need. What is going on with my arm? Why is it acting like that? Are you serious? You want to act a fool? Let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute, I got you. Calm down, man, calm down. I want to know how it went from being one direction to being spun around like that. That was... Huh. That was weird. So how's everybody been? How you guys doing? For you guys that watch the farming simulator stuff, sorry if you guys have been missing out. I haven't been doing this a whole lot. But we're back, like I said. Get that arm straightened out a little better. There we go. Look at how, like, the ground being this soft, though, that's the only problem I've got. I think they could do something about that. I think he could update the game a little bit, update his map. It would probably require a new game start, but whatever. Dude, are you serious again? Okay. We're used to roughing these things up anyway, so it don't matter, I guess. I ain't even been counting how many trees I've done so far. Anybody else? Oh, come on. Get that up there, animal. Get it up there, Bubba. There you go, buddy. I wish the roller would pack this down, but it doesn't. It's also why I had to go with the Jeep-looking international style truck other than the regular international that I normally get. Standard semi just can't drive through this stuff, man. Don't got enough power. We got 6 likes on the short side already. Let's go, you guys. Very epic. Very epic. I see none of my moderators are here today. Sorry, dog come busting through the door on me. Sorry about that, you guys. Kid must be letting him out. Now it's starting to look like something a bunch of beavers just threw together. Come on, wind through the soft stuff, man. I gotta get a lot of this packed down. See, once I've got the other building put in, I get that filled up. Then I'm gonna save up to actually buy one of these, but I'm gonna get the one with the eco track, because then we'll be able to move through this a whole lot easier. The soft stuff won't hold us back as much, I don't think. At least I'm hoping. Honestly, I swear to God, I'm hoping that it's not going to. Because this is a nice map, though. I like it. There's another map that's just loaded with trees as well that I played on originally back with one of my moderators, Ghost, which eventually I will be going back to that map because it's got a lot of neat things and they've fixed it up a lot. Hey, I appreciate whoever's smashing all them hearts over there. Epic. Oh. If you guys haven't done it yet, please slap that like, help out. Every bit is very much appreciated. Hey, there's one of my moderators. Belle, what's going on? How are you doing? First one to stop in today. For the moderators, anyway. I might go with the modded one next time. I mean, only because I think that it does a little bit more. Yeah, I'm doing alright today. Trying to cut back on my coffee and my Coca-Cola. When the doctor asked me how much I drank for coffee, and I told him, he went wide-eyed on me and was like, "Oh, yeah, no, that's way too much, guy." It's like, well, I mean, 8 cups a day ain't bad. He was like, "Are they small cups?" And I showed him the size of my mugs, you know, by kind of gesturing my, you know, like how tall it was. And he goes, "That's just a mug with a handle." I was like, "Yeah, that's not got a lid on it. It's not a nothing." He goes, "And that's just a coffee cup." And he goes, "You drink 8 of those a day." I was like, "Well, I'm definitely getting my water intake." He goes, "No, you're definitely getting water, but you're definitely getting too much caffeine." He goes, "That much caffeine can actually become poisonous to the human body." I was like, "Dude, are you serious?" He's like, "You don't feel like nothing?" I was like, "No, I don't feel like bad." No. He goes, "That's insane you drink that much." I was like, "Well, if I'm not drinking coffee, you know, I'll have myself a can of Coke in between." He goes, "Do you drink water at all?" I was like, "Yeah, I drink a bottle of water like every couple days." He goes, "Oh yeah, God, no, you gotta really cut back." He goes, "Try teas, try something other than coffee." So I have been last couple of days, and I can tell that I'm definitely on that caffeine catch because last night I had such the biggest headache, and I have not had any coffee today either, or soda, so I'm waiting for the headaches to kick in. But, you know, it's not so much that it was an addiction for me when it came to the caffeine. I think it's more so because I lived with my grandparents, and that's how my grandfather lived and breathed, you know. Coffee all day long. If he wasn't drinking coffee, he'd have himself a cup of water, but he'd have Coca-Cola, you know. And growing up there, living there, you know, that just kind of was my thing, man. But yeah, I didn't have any Coca-Cola yesterday or today. Haven't had any. Haven't had any soda. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm drinking tea, pop, soda, same thing. Fizzy lifting drinks. If you're a Willy Wonka fan, I mean, I don't know. It's soda, man. Cola. This will give us about 20,000 right here, I think, chat. $20,000. Oh, 32,000. Hey, come here, you. That was some cartoon stuff right there. Get over here. You got to go too. Up to 166. That's not bad. That was a little spotty right there, wasn't it? It was acting up a little bit. I'm gonna have to check my graphics card. Like I said, I ain't been on my PC all week since I broke that cable. I just haven't been on it. Got on today, had to update the game, had to go and update my server, all that jazz. And if you guys are members of the channel and you guys, are on the Discord, you guys are able to join the servers that I do have. I have 2 servers for Ark and a server for this. I'm contemplating that next month I'm going to not run this server. Because me and my buddy, one of my moderators, we play Ark, and there's times where like I haven't been on all week, but he gets on and he'll play and he'll do stuff, you know what I mean? And I enjoy having the private servers that, we can get on and we can just leisurely play. We ain't got to worry about a bunch of other people and stuff of that sort. They are all PC mods for all 3 servers, so unfortunately, you do got to be on the PC to really play on them. I might have, and I think my Ark is cross-platform, 100%, because I know, because I was on it. I had my PlayStation character on it beforehand, before I came to PC, so I know I have that set up for cross-platform, so that I will correct myself on. PlayStation and Xbox. And whatever else there is out there that's compatible. Oh, come on. There we go. Give me just a second, guys. dang, man. Getting yelled at because you ordered something that all looked like food, so I put it in the refrigerator. Not my fault your test strips were there. Should have said something. Yeah, see, I'm having lagging issues, man. There's something going on with either my internet, people got too much crap hooked up, or too much stuff running. I don't know. I gotta get a. I do gotta get one of those things for a tractor today, man. We gotta get this stuff all busted out of here. All these stumps. These stumps are gonna slow me down. I should have went for that one back there on the left. I'm going for this one. That looks like it'll be a nice hill to tear out. I don't know how the terraforming is on this map, but we're gonna find out eventually. Not today, though. I might do logging for the rest of this month, and then for next month, we'll switch over and we'll jump into the terraforming, and we'll get into pulling like stone and iron out of the ground, as long as it'll allow us to. So I don't know what the map's got set up for stuff. I know I got mods that should allow additional fill types on maps, but doesn't mean they work on everything. So I can go up that way and out this way a lot more than I can going that way or the other direction. So what I'll do is I'll get this area all cleared out. And then we'll have to grind out some. Get the stump grinder, like I said, I'll have to buy one. I got the perfect one to get. As long as I got the money to do that and a tractor, we'll be set. Eco track will get through this so much easier, I think. I mean, I could send this one back and then re-rent it, because that's what I'm doing with this guy right now, is we're renting it. I could find out just how well it's gonna work before I actually buy. What? Why would you twist like that? I come at you straight and narrow to cut you, and the whole head turned sideways. So weird. Yeah, my stuff is lagging. Is my stream looking good to you guys? Does it look alright? Why is that turned? I don't think I had it turned, did I? Thought it was straight on. Looked like, I don't know. See, now that's how it's supposed to fall. Come on, Bessie. Get us through here. I wish it would stay packed down after we drove over it and got off game and came back and it didn't fluff back up. That's so stupid, though. I will admit, because I've drove over all this area so much that we should be cranking, man, at the highest speed this thing can go while hauling something, man. I'm not going to lie. We ran over this all with a freaking roller, man, a bunch of different vehicles. But the amount of times I've drove through here with the semi, this stuff should be packed. I don't know, is there a way to fix that? You know, anybody out there that plays the game might know a little bit more about it than I do, or might understand how to take care of that. Because like I said, the roller thing that you can get on here, that thing don't work, man. You get it's either a mod or it's part of the actual game, but like that roller thing don't work to pack the ground for sure. Oh no, I dropped it on my building. This is a messy pile right here. So it's supposed to get up to like 45 today, you guys. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice and warm out. Snow's been melting the last few days, which has been a bummer for me since I've been working on that snow machine of mine, getting that snowmobile going. It's alright though, it gives me all summer and fall to get it set properly, so that way I know that it's working. And it gives me time to get my other one fixed too. That one just needs a new carburetor. I just haven't got around to doing that one. I wanted to work on the more complex one. The one that's faster. My 440 I've had since I was 12. I've had that thing wide open. Thing doesn't even bring up those fear endorphins, or you know, don't even heighten the fear factor. My 700 though, I've not yet got that thing to full open speed, and it scares the crap out of me. So the fear factor for that guy is definitely what I want, man. I love that what do you call it, the endorphins or whatever that open up, you know, when you're getting scared and stuff. I love it. The fear, man. Like, I absolutely hate heights, so anytime we drive over a bridge, I force myself to look down so I can feel that that rush. The only thing I won't do is drive across the Mackinac Bridge. Well, I've driven it many a times. I refuse to look down. They've actually been known to shut the bridge down on extremely windy days. Back in, what was it, 89? 89 or 90? There was we're having severe weathers here in northern Michigan. Right there in the Straits area, right there where it comes real close together where the 5 Mile bridge crosses from here to the UP part. And a little Volkswagen Bug got blown over the side, man. The wind was actually strong enough that it picked the car up and blew it over the edge. 0 survivors. Insane. And we were on our way that year to go up and go across the bridge the same day that happened. I was a little kid. I'm good, man. That scared the crap out of me for life. You can ask the old lady when we drive across the bridge. I'll actually take my hands off the wheel, put her hand on the wheel, and be like, "There you go. You're driving. Cruise control's on. Have fun." She's had to mail lady that stuff across the bridge before, man. Like, oh yeah, forget that. She's like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "You got this. You got this." This might be enough to get us to, oh, no, we're down a little bit, aren't we? Oh, we're up. Look at that. We're back up to 180. Let's go. Appreciate you guys all stopping by and hanging out. Hopefully you're all doing well. So did you guys do anything fun over the weekend? I mean, it was Valentine's weekend. Did you guys do anything cool? The old lady was sick. She wasn't feeling good. She had a slight temperature the last 3 to 4 days. Don't know what's going on. She needs to go and get it checked, but... extend that out a little bit. I mean, I guess. I mean, I never did when I was single. I looked at it as a day of relief that I didn't have to honor somebody I wasn't with or somebody that didn't treat me fairly or equally. So it was a great day for me. Not gonna lie, I tend to forget about the holiday quite a bit unless somebody actually reminds me about it. I missed it a couple years in a row. I'm not gonna lie. You can ask the wife, she'll tell you. Yeah, prick didn't give me no flowers. I forgot about. I mean, I didn't forget about it. I just wasn't feeling the greatest either. I wasn't getting out to go do a bunch of running around in town. Some people though, when they're sick, they don't think about that and they just still get out and go do everything. Other people that live in my house. Just go with the flow. I get sick, I stay home. Yep, no, that works for me. Go that way, go that way. When I get that stump grinder, man, I'm gonna have so much fun. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. I was married for 7. Got divorced, was single for a year. Almost. Met the woman that I'm with now. So I haven't been single in almost 12 years now. So, and I will admit, Valentine's Day has been forgotten about more than once or twice. I look at it as more like a Hallmark holiday, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's a cool day to go out and waste a bunch of money buying flowers that you can easily grow yourself and procure if you're bright enough, which I am. But my rose bushes are outside because I didn't bring them in. I don't never bring them in. Normally I would dig a spot next to where they're at, try to lay them down into the ground, cover them with a plastic bag, and then pull it back up at springtime, after all the ice and the thaws happen. Then I would push the dirt back in around it and stand it back up. But I haven't done that in like 6 or 7 years to my rose bush, and probably longer than that. Been with her for 12 years, so it's probably been going on 10 years that I haven't done that with this particular rose bush that I've got. And it's like 8 foot tall. Produces really beautiful small red roses. The only difference with my roses, the rose bush that I've got, is that they smell like pine because it's literally growing right next to a pine tree. It was a baby pine tree that my one daughter had planted before her mom decided, go her own way. So it's been out there right along with the rose bush for as long as I can remember, and yeah, they kind of smell like pine when I pick them. They don't really smell like roses. Pretty plant though. Oh no, dude, it's the same struggle, man. You just got more issues to deal with when you're not single, man. Same struggle, just more issues. 'Cause actually, the struggle is more real than it is being single. More responsibilities when you're with somebody, man. You've got less responsibilities than I do. Way less responsibilities. I got two stepkids I got to deal with. Little guys running around. Well, not little anymore, but not aiming properly in the toilet. Like, I got to worry about a lot more, man. My struggles are so much more different, and that I'm disabled too. So my struggles are definitely on a different standard than some. Because I have to do everything with two numb hands all day long. I don't got the luxury of feeling the tips of my fingers all day. Struggles are different for everybody, though. I mean, think about somebody out there with no hands at all, got little hooks on their hands. They got to wipe their bum cheeks with that. That's a struggle. Or having two little clamps and you got to try to clamp down on old Mr. Tilly Willy to do the thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's a real... Man, that'd be... Oh. I pray I never got to deal with something like that. I mean, I know I say that when I can get crazy, I got no safe word, but I don't know if that's going beyond them borders, man. I'm telling you. Go. There you go. Little chumpy piece of wood. I mean, I'm not. They were all mistakes made by me. I mean, they weren't necessarily mistakes made by me, but, right place, wrong time type thing. Started when I was 16. Got ran off the road by a drunk driver. Got hit in the lower back by some logs and crap we were hauling in the truck. I ended up saving my friend's life and the driver's life. His friend. Pulled both of them out of a burning van, out of a ditch that was 12-foot deep ditch. Had 2 foot of swamp below us. Drunk driver come around the corner. The driver swerved into the ditch. We went into the ditch. The metal, we call it the metal wire, like the way you have in those Econo vans for, industrial moving, Well, the snaps that were inside the Econo van broke. The metal mesh wire, the netting broke, and a log that weighed about 200 pounds caught me in the lower back. Crushed my lower vertebrae, but it shoved me over the driver's seat and put me through the windshield. And I was in the back seat behind the driver. I had my seatbelt on and everything. And I got pushed through the front, over the driver's seat, through the windshield. When I come to about 3 to 5 minutes later, give or take, I felt my chest getting hot. I'm sitting there hanging out, chest out of the windshield, and I'm laying on the hood of the van, and the van's got fire going underneath the hood. I crawled out, fell into the swamp, used what I could to splash the water up and through the front of the van, to try to put the fire out. Pulled my buddy out of the passenger seat, pulled the driver out of the driver's seat. 5 miles, no houses. The only house that we was going to was his buddy's house. I ran all the way there, 5 miles. Told the guy's mother, hey, call the cops. Drunk driver ran us off the road. Your kid's on the side of the road laying there. I pulled him out. We need medical attention. Get him there quick. I turned around. I ran back 5 miles back to get to my buddy and his friend. And that was on a Saturday. Sunday, I was at home all day, laid up, just feeling like crap. Went to school Monday morning, and I was a partier back then. I was into the drinking, I was into the smoking, I was into everything back then. So Monday morning, I'm walking down the stairs, and I felt this pinch in my lower back, and everything gave out from my waist down. I fell down 2 flights of stairs. Was crawling down the hallway, going to the nurse's office, and 2 teachers walked past me and asked me, "What'd you do? Get too high or too drunk out at break time this morning on first break?" And this is the beginning of school. I'm like, "Dude, what are you guys talking about? Like, no, dude, like, I can't feel my legs." They ended up getting the paramedics in there, and I had a pinched nerve from where the log had hit me. It had pinched my nerve in between my crushed vertebrae, and it actually paralyzed me from the waist down for almost 6 months before some little nutty chiropractor dude got my chart and was looking at it and was like, "I think I can fix him." And then they put me in this funny looking outfit, like what was from like medieval times, like what you would see like a medieval stretcher. Literally was what it was. They put me in like a big diaper around my waist, all secured in, wrapped my upper chest body in this really funny looking thing, and the doctor just got on this crank and just started cranking. Click, 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 until we heard a pop and a snap. About 30 seconds later, I could feel the tingling in my toes, and I was like, "Oh my God, I can feel my toes." And about 3 days later, I was walking again. And that was after almost 6 months of being laid up, not being able to do nothing at all. Thankfully, I got all healed up. My injuries were good. I ended up joining into wrestling, not thinking nothing of it because we figured I was good. So I joined wrestling. I mean, I did karate, I did boxing, I did everything in school. Like I said, I had a lot of aggression built up as a child. So, and I even graduated high school a year early. So instead of graduating in 02, I graduated in 01. Yep. And I only rarely ever drink anymore. Absolutely love my vodka and tomato juice, though. Clamato juice, a little pepper, a little pickle juice. Pretty much a Bloody Mary type thing. My own little mixture I like to make up. That's the only thing I'll drink though anymore is it's got to be some good, clean vodka. I used to drink Jack Daniels, but that'd make me angry. So I learned a long time ago to stay away from that. So when I turned 21, I quit doing everything. Quit doing everything, man. The alcohol though, like I said, it's a variation on times, man. It's got to be like my birthday or somebody's birthday or a special occasion, or maybe I'm just PO'd at the world and I want to have myself a good stiffin', But I always keep a bottle in the freezer, man. Oh, I felt the damage the next day. I was tired. I was sore. Monday morning, I went to school and I thought I was fine. Went through my first period. Went through first period science with Mr. Randy. I think it was Mr. Randy I think it was Mr. Randy. He was our science teacher. He was pretty cool. But went through first period with him. I was walking down the stairs to go to my next period, and yeah, felt a pain in my lower back. My legs gave out on me, and down 2 flights of stairs I went. Everybody thought I was either drunk or stoned out of my mind. I was just like, nah, dude, and nah. When the paramedics got there and they were checking me, and they literally was like, they gave me they brought the cops in, gave me a breathalyzer and everything to make sure that I wasn't like drunk or anything. They did a blood test, everything, like to make sure like I was clean, man. I was sober. Those two teachers that walked past me laughing, thinking that I was just like super high or drunk or something back in the day, like they felt like regrettably bad for it afterwards. Like after I got back to school, they're like, "We're sorry, we did not like. We just thought you were." I was like, "Yeah, no, you guys are just stupid. For two teachers, you guys are stupid." You know, I love the school I went to, but man, those two teachers, man, oh, we regret. Yeah, no, you guys don't regret nothing. 42. Unfortunately, now I am disabled due to a neck injury that I had a few years back. But yeah, after all that, man, I end up going through boxing, wrestling. I mean, let someone pick on this disabled guy and they probably find their jaw on the ground real quick. You know what I mean? I learned to defend myself. A disabled guy with aggression issues, man. That's and the know how to kick butt. Nah, it's been a rough ride, man. It's been a long ride, 40 plus years, man. I'm telling you. But you know what? I'm grateful for every day that I've got. And I just try to have fun and enjoy it the way I want. I was out trying to shovel my driveway back in 2018, and while I was doing so, we literally had a day and a half of snow, rain, ice mix. So we had almost a foot of ice on the road out here in front of me. And my driveway's an incline, so I have an upward climb to get out of the drive, you know. So I'm out there trying to shovel the driveway, cleaning my driveway off, so that way I can try to get my car out. I got to leave for work in an hour, you know. I'm out there trying to get it all cleaned out, you know. Couldn't get no help from nobody else. Plow trucks, the plow drivers, they weren't even able to get out of their own yards at the time. They were struggling with their trucks. Our farm truck couldn't get out because that thing was just junk. So I was out there shoveling away, you know, and this big, huge road plow, he come down the road. He seen me. You know, I seen the guy, you know, I got my porch light on. You can see me perfectly from where I'm standing. He could see me. He had his dome light on in his truck. And I gave him the old, wave like, "Hey, how you doing?" He did the same thing back. I could see him in the cab. I was like, "All right, cool. He knows I'm here." Well, he ended up, hits the gas on his rig. He comes across the road. I'm sitting there shoveling. I go to back up. He comes blowing by, and big old huge chunk of ice come flying out. And as the snow from his plow hits the back of my legs and knocks me over, and I slip on the ice in my driveway, I fall on this big huge chunk of ice that come blowing up out the road that he had knocked loose, and I hit it dead square in the center of my neck. So now I've got nerve damage in my neck that has ruined my nerves, causes both my arms to go numb, and they're numb 90% of the time. I have to take a pill every morning and every night for it just to keep the tingling, burning sensation of like sleepy arm syndrome or sleepy leg syndrome, like when your leg falls asleep and it gets that pins and needles feeling. I have that almost all day in my hands. I've tried to work normal jobs, but I can't lift anything over anywhere from 10 to 13 pounds due to the issues. It causes a severe migraine headache. So I'm left like doing dishes. I can only stand there and look down to do dishes for about 5 minutes before I start getting a headache and start feeling dizzy. So I can't keep my head tilted down like a lot of young people sitting there looking down at their phone. When I play on my phone, I have to hold my phone out in front of my face and hold it up in the air and rest my elbows on something so that I can do it. Yeah. It's not tough being me. It's just an adjustment to being me. That's all it is. I mean, like I said, man, life's tough all over for everybody. There's people out there that's got it worse than me even. So, like I said, I'm thankful every day I wake up. Every day I get to get on here. Every day I got people watching. I don't normally talk about my stuff. It's not normally something I do, but people ask questions. I ain't got a problem. People say the struggle is real. Yeah, your struggle is real, but check out my struggle. This is my daily. I mean, there's a lot of people, like I said, there's a lot of people that's got it worse than me, and then there's 100 million people that have it 1,000 times easier than me. So I don't complain, though. The only time I complain is when they beat me in a game because I can't feel my hands. Weenies. But no. Other than that, man, I'm just here to enjoy myself, have fun, and, you know. And if I make a couple extra dollars, I make a couple extra dollars. That's just a little something better than what disability's paying, you know. And thankfully, this is one of those part-time things that I can get away with doing all day because I sit here with my hands on a table and a desk doing it, so I can get away with doing it. And it's a hobby, so I ain't got to worry about it affecting my 1 month paycheck, which don't pay for everything. Losers. I'm telling you. But I mean, I like I said, I put my fair time in working. I mean, I started working when I was 12, quit working when I was 38, unfortunately, due to the issue. So I've put my time in. I've done my work. Haven't exactly earned everything, I don't feel like, but didn't get everywhere I really wanted to in life. I wanted to be a manager or a supervisor in a plastics plant. My dream was coming true until the doctors called me with their results after all the looking into why I was having neck issues, and it was like, yeah, you're never working again, sir. You got to quit your job immediately. Between the issues with my neck and my lower back, going for a walk through Walmart is an experience. But I love to go walking. I walk on the side of the road every day when it's warm out. I walk 2 miles a day. I live in the country, so I walk on the grass on the side of the road. Some of the neighbors are nice enough to keep their field parts mowed, so that way I can walk through there with no problem on the side of the road, so I ain't got to worry about the idiots running me over. Kids not watching the road while playing on their dang phones. Are you serious, animal? You loser. See right there? That's when you know you hit a button. I'm not feeling my fingers, man. Gotta look down and make sure I'm hitting. I try to do it from brain memory, you know, like, okay, the button's here from where this button is, and again, dude. Get away, man. Just get away. I know what's going on. I'm hitting the goddamn R button or the E button to enter, and almost did it again, man. No, get off it. You, god dang it. Don't you laugh, Belle. How dare you? No, it's all good. I don't mind people laugh, man. I have issues. It's okay, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I used to find myself laughing at people, so I fully deserve it. So y'all are more than welcome to laugh when I make a mistake. I mean, you know what they say, you get what you put out, right? I was a rude thing when I was younger, so I mean, I don't feel bad if people, oh my god, he's messing up. Loser. It happens. Yeah, this is Farm Simulator, Cole Rust. Sorry, I missed your comment there. Yes, this is Farming Simulator 25. I am actually on. Oh, what map am I on? I've been off it for the last week because I broke that wire on here on accident. I don't remember what the map is. What's that? I'm not sure what the map is. I do have it in the description, though. So if you can look at the descriptions, that'll tell you, if you can see the description of it, that'll tell you what the map is. Oh, it's called the Forest Challenge map. I had to get on my phone to look at it real quick, pull it up to see. The Forest Challenge map. I'm currently I'm doing logging right now is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to clear the area out, trying to make some money. I would like to get another building put in today for some type of wood. I mean, we're making planks and long planks right now, and we're selling them, so we're making money. You know, we got a little bit of money coming in. But I'm thinking, what I'm thinking is that I would like to put in. I hit the wrong button. I'd like to put in a furniture store of sorts, you know. So I think they're like what, $300,000 or something up here at the top. Yeah, carpentry store right here to make furniture. I'd like to get one of those in because that'll use my planks, my long planks, and this extra wood that I'm doing. So that way I'm not constantly having to bring it over here to sell it. So I'm trying to slowly build this area, and I'm trying to expand out because right here is my property line going down to get down here, because my ultimate goal is to get down here, and then I'm going to use the paint or whatever. I'm going to cover this up, and I'm going to turn it into a homestead. I'm going to set it up so that we're building a house, but I will this month I'm doing the logging part of it. Next month I'm also going to get into doing terraforming. I'm going to start digging. You know, I'm going to dig out a hill, which that hill right there is massive. A lot of stone going to be in that hill. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to turn that into like a quarry zone over there, and I'm going to slowly, next month I'll dig that out and try to make like a big funnel-sized quarry. I don't know how deep I can go on this map. I'm hoping I can go deep, because I love going as deep can go, you know. That's what guys love doing. So that's what I'm going to try doing. I'm going to get her in there as deep as possible. Try to make a big funnel-style quarry, you know. Just dig down in the center, work my way out with trucks and whatnot. If I get into the water, I get into the water. I mean, there is no water on this particular map. You got to put in your own water tanks and crap like that. So, I mean, it'll just be another one of those challenges. And I don't know if I can actually dig gold out on this map or not, but if I could, I'd give that a go too. I tried doing gold mining here a couple months back, and I got so far into it, but I wasn't actually on every day. I had a lot of stuff going on, and life got in the way that time. But eventually I'll get back to trying to do that the gold mining on here as well. That's originally why I started playing Farming Simulator in the first place, because I thought gold mining, because I've seen videos of people doing it so much, so I just assumed that gold mining was a part of Farming Simulator, you know. And I had my PS5. The game for 22 was free for me through my Game Pass, so I got it. I played it, fell in love with the game, realized instantly that there was no gold mining. But saved up, bought a PC. And I honestly bought my PC and played absolutely nothing on it, dang near. And I just waited for this game to come out. I bought a thing to put in my PC to play on my PlayStation so I could use my Streamlabs stuff like that, you know. And that's the only thing I used my PC for until this game came out. I even bought my heavy operator bundle set and everything, like 4 months before the drop of the game. Like, I bought it in ready of this game because I had pre-ordered the game and everything. So I was getting everything pre-ordered. I got my my wheel setup thing already bought, ordered, and put together. Like, I was ready, man. I was ready for 25. Out of the games I do have on my PC, this is definitely the one I've got the hours racked on, though. I will say that. Playing this game is so much easier on here than it was on my PlayStation, though. Come on, Bessie. We got this hill. Don't? Yeah, see. Man, how many people are out there juicing off my internet right now? 2 teenagers and a wife. I bet one of them's got their laptops on. They're not doing schoolwork. They don't need it hooked up. I'm serious. Like, they're old enough to work and get jobs to help out. If they want to have extra additional stuff, they don't. It's like, man, they don't even want to help around the house, do chores. They want to use my internet. Kids these days, man. I'd had to bust my butt all week long washing dishes just to have a weekend with the internet, man, at my mom's house when I was younger. Just to get on and play Halo with my friends, dude. My one buddy got me hooked, man. I've always been a gamer, though. I mean, I've got my Atari 2600 still from when I was a little kid, which what do you call it? I got that from my mom and my aunt because it was theirs when they were kids, you know, and I'm that old. I'm an 80s baby, early 80s, so my first console that was bought for me was the Nintendo when it first came out back in the early 80s. Second console I got was the Super Nintendo and then the Game Boy. The original Game Boy from '89, yes. I had that one. Had 3 or 4 of them. Then I had the clear one when that came out because I thought it was cool. I had to earn every bit of it, man. Every bit of it. Like I said, I started work when I was 12. And honestly, it's ironic because I actually started... My very first job was in tree trimming for a pine tree farm outside of Greenville, Michigan when I was 12. My stepdad was best friends with the owner, so he got me a part-time job so that I could go over there every 3 days, and I'd go over there and work, you know. I'd work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I would work for like 4 hours. I was out there with the Spanish people that were coming up to work for the season and all that. You know, it was great. I absolutely loved it. That's when I started working. I started earning my money to buy my own stuff. When the PlayStation came out, I bought my very own PlayStation with my own money. Yes, sir. And then my buddy, about 3 years later, when the Xbox came out, was like, "Hey, Animal, have you seen this game?" I was like, "Yeah, I've heard about it." He was like, "You want to play it with me?" I was like, "Yeah, why not? I'll try it." Played Halo, fell in love with it, bought an Xbox. Played it for a while, forgot about it. When I got back into gaming years later, the PlayStation 2 was out. I was already 18. Well, I was 17. I already graduated high school, working full-time for a factory outside of Ithaca, Michigan. Helping my grandparents with their horses on their ranch, you know. I mean, I stayed busy as a kid. But I was more of an outdoorsy person. I loved hunting. Give me a bow and I could hit anything in a dead run. 2 or 4 legs. I was just that good with a bow. My stepdad wouldn't let me go out hunting in the woods unless I could hit a moving target from a tree. serious, like no joke. Like he'd climb up on his deer blind that he had up in the side yard, and he'd say, "I'm dropping it." And when he would drop that thing, it'd swing, and I'd have to hit it while it was in a swing and not coming to a stop. If I couldn't hit it, I couldn't go hunting. I was so mad. For 2 years, I sat there every Thursday and Friday, and on the weekends when he had time off, and because I didn't have anybody out there to give me a hand, and I practiced. By the time I could hit something at a moving, when I could hit it when it was moving, I could do it better than my stepdad could. The only thing about using a bow to hunt is that sometimes, every once in a while, they aren't completely gone by the time you get there. It's the only problem. It's not even a problem, really. Give a little prayer for the creature, another for the kill, another for the thankfulness for getting the meat to keep the family fed, That's what I was taught as a kid, man. You don't go out sports hunting, you go out hunting for food. Do it only when you need it, not just to prove that you can. I would have been great in the Air Force. I would have really been great in the Air Force. This is for channel members. I only have a private server for channel members. So people that are paid members of the channel. Only because that way I don't got to worry about getting on the next day and finding that, somebody bought all the property around where I was working and stuff of that sort, because it's a 24-hour server. So no, only paid members and people that are on my Discord do I allow to join into my servers. I've been screwed over too many times by being nice and allowing just randos to join in with me. That you could be the ex-president Bill Clinton or Obama, and you could be popping in my chat, and I'm still gonna tell you no, unless you're dropping that membership, getting a membership, man. The people, I don't care who they are. It could be Death himself, man, wanting to play with me. He's gonna have to get a membership. It's only happened a couple times, but the one time that it really happened and really irritated me, it was something that me, my stepkids, and my kids were actually working on Minecraft. And I was nice enough, I let somebody in because he'd been coming in for a couple of weeks, Figured he was cool. Well, I was on the PS4. I don't know how he did it, but he had hacks of sorts. And he literally, within seconds of being on my server, destroyed everything that my daughters had built, everything my stepkids had built. You know what I mean? Blew everything up with, the stuff that you can't break, obsidian, or whatever, the stuff at the bottom of the map, the bedrock. Turned everything to bedrock, ruined everything. That was literally my last straw, and I was like, big middle finger, like, nobody's joining me, man. No, I'm going to figure out a way to do this someday, and I did, and that's how I'm doing it, man. Only because it just took two people, man. Two people to ruin it for the millions and billions of other people that might someday want to play. Now, if it was Fortnite or Call of Duty, well, Call of Duty, because I deleted Fortnite here a couple weeks back. I wanted room on my system, and the game's crap anyway. I get more views on Rust than I do on Fortnite, and that's pretty sad, considering that Fortnite's almost as, well, I ain't gonna say it's as popular as Rust, but, I had a lot of people that used to play with me, though, too, and they all moved on, which is cool with me, man, because I move on, too. I mean, heck, I quit playing Rust 5 years ago, and I'm getting back into it because they finally got it all upgraded and everything like that, so I'm just waiting on the old trio to get back together so that way we can get into it and really jam on that. Not that I'm going to give up playing this, obviously, but that will become like an afternoon thing. I do like to play Ark, but I've played Ark so much over the last 5-6 years that I feel what my one moderator Chops was talking about being burned out on the game. Because like I said, I played that game. I've been playing that game for almost 6 years now, and that's how long I've known him too. And oh man, I'll tell you what, I love the game, I do, but I got a lot of things on there I want to get done yet with that last map that came out. You get burned out, you get burned out, you know what I mean? Hey, we're up to 230. We're almost there. I almost buy that building, man. Well, now I'm going to have to remove stumps, too. Gosh dang it. You know what? That ain't no big deal. No big bother. Hey, calm down, man. Calm down. Don't do that to me. Oh, I figured out what was wrong with my music setup this morning because there's only certain ones that are supposed to be on loop. Like when I start my stream, the one for the beginning stream is supposed to be on a loop, and the one when I start this is not supposed to be on a loop. It's got like a 3-minute song that it plays at the beginning when I jump into the game, into this mode for you guys. When I'm live or coming back from a break, normally it'll play a song for like 2.5-3 minutes, and it hasn't been doing it because So what happened is on Streamlabs when you set stuff up, you have to set up. Okay, so like you have, what is it? Stream starting, right? So if I put a media file on for that, I have to put the media file on. But then if I go to the next one, and since I've already got media file, right, you would think you can just put that on there and you'd be all right. No, you can't. You gotta add a new media section to each one instead of being like, okay, yeah, I already got a media, let's just add that. Because if you set it one to loop, then they all loop. You turn one off from loop, then when you go into it, they don't work at all, which is ridiculous. So I'm going to fix that later today, so that way that's working properly for tomorrow when I get on here. Yes, I will be on here tomorrow morning, you guys. Even if I get on Rust later and build an awesome, sweet base and I want to know that it's safe, I'll still be on here tomorrow. I may get on to check to see if my base is still there before I get on here, but that takes me like 3 minutes, log in, throw some metal and stuff in the TC, and hop right back out. You know what I mean? Won't take me long at all. Now, if I get on there and, my base is getting raided, I'm going live, and I'll do that until the raid is over or I've successfully defended my raid. But other than that, tomorrow morning, bright and early, let's say 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock a.m. my time, I'll be back. I mean, I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere yet. I am going to walk away for a minute. I'm going to go out and feed my dog outside because I put her outside before I got on. Like I said, it's extremely warm outside. It's nice. She's an outside dog anyway. We've been bringing her in for the last 2 months because we were getting those negative teens, and we had negative 20 here for a week. We were getting negative 20, so I brought her in the house. I didn't want her to be a little pupsicle. Nobody wants that. Yeah. Where am I? Oh, I'm in the camera mode. Get out. Oh my God. Jesus. That's insane. I literally drew a blank right there. I was like, man, how do I get out of my freaking truck, man? Oh, that's crazy. That don't happen to me very often. Why couldn't I get out of that truck, man? That was insane. See, Now I hit the button earlier and it just kept throwing me. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's working proper now. Maybe I was hitting the button thinking I was going into camera mode. So that's probably what it was. Oh my god. I try to leave my guy out like this when I'm not doing anything, so that way I can tell when I'm getting out of the vehicles. Because of that reason right there. Oh, man. What a day. Appreciate you guys all tuning. We got 11 likes already. Oh, man. Oh, man, we're getting close to hitting that 15 like mark, aren't we? I'm going to have to do some setups for you guys later. 15 like, I think, is it 15 or 20 I got to set up? I got to do 15 setups. I don't remember. But alright, guys, I'm going to take me a quick break. I'm going to go feed my dog, check on him, see how everything's going, make sure the old lady found her stuff that she couldn't find. And with that being said, I'll be back in like 10 minutes, give or take. If you guys haven't done yet, smash that like if you can. Grab a link, share it with your friends. Tell them to come check us out. I'm pretty chill. I'm relaxed, kick back. We're going to be doing this for a couple hours. You know what I'm saying. So tell them to come stop by. Back in a few.
Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lined like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lined like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lined like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lined like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride, ride, ride through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lined like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride, ride, ride through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lined like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride, ride, ride through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lined like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride, ride, ride through the dino dust. Got Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lying like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride, ride, ride through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lying like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride, ride, ride through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lying like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride, ride, ride through the dino dust. Got a plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lying like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell. Prehistoric farmer, riding through the valley. Big tracks, big ruts, fossils on the prairie. Turn that rock to a thorn in the dust. I'm a no-world king in a pickup truck. Prehistoric farmer, digging up the past. Got the future in my pocket with the cash in the dash. If the earth got secrets, let it talk to us while we ride, ride, ride through the dino dust. plow in my hand, but it looked like a tux from a beast long gone. Boots in the dirt, got dust on my face like I just woke up in the age of stone. Sun come up on a fossil field, old bones sticking out where I sold my yield. Granddad said, boy, that's thunder lizards. I just hit the gas, made the tractor sizzle. Cornrows lying like a rib cage curve. Big skull sitting where the scarecrow were. Got mud on my chain, gold on my belt, but the ground got stories that it still won't tell.
Hey, yeah, that's a different song than it's even supposed to be. That's what I mean, man. I gotta fix that. I don't know why it's doing that. I had it set up with all different music for each spot, man. That's playing this. Yeah, I don't get it. Don't understand it. Man, it's almost 50 degrees outside, you guys. It's getting warm quick today. I didn't think it was gonna hit 50, man. Holy cow. Alright, so get that back up there like it's supposed to be so I can see the chat. Get out of there. Alright. We're at what? 234,000. We might hit 300,000 today. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, it's not like it's that far off. So I think I can get it. I think I can hit 300,000 cash today. I think. We're going to find out. Must have took my payment. I thought I was at 266. All right. See, now tomorrow morning when I get on here, all this will be all fluffed right back up, man. That's like, I don't even know. I don't know how to explain it. Shouldn't happen. That's what I mean. They need to fix that for this map. My favorite thing to do when I have free time, well, I love doing glass etching, stuff like that. I used to do a lot of art when I was younger. I was really good at doing like drawing art and stuff like that. I used to do tattoos on the side, to put a little bit extra cash in my pocket when I was younger. Like I said, I love artwork, stuff like that. So I've been doing a lot of like, you can look on my channel and you'll see it. I haven't done it since wintertime because my the area that I work is extremely cold, and I'm not trying to heat that during the wintertime. And I tried working on a piece of glass back in mid-November, and I broke it because of the vibration on the glass. So I'll be getting back into doing that here soon. Like I said, it's starting to warm up outside, so my glass etching room will be a little bit warmer. It's on the end of the house. I don't bother to heat during the winter because nothing goes on that corner of the house 90% of the time. Well, the glass etching room now. But like I said, that's on its own separate little area, and I just wasn't wanting to heat it. I spent way too much in just electric this year, and in wood pellets to heat my house this winter, that this last bill, literally for last month, since we were getting like -20, -15, stuff like that here where I live last month, my bill's almost $600 for electric, just because it was so cold that we had to actually run a couple electric heaters with my wood stove and pellet stove and everything going. It was that cold. I have a 2-story house. So I'm actually looking into it. I'm thinking about installing like, you know how like those, like radiators, like a radiator style heater, except for they have them where you can hook them up to LP gas. And what I'm gonna do is get a bunch of black pipe this spring, and the rooms upstairs that need one, which is our room, me and the wife's room, the kids' room needs one, you know, and the bathroom needs to have one in it because it's just extremely cold upstairs. So what I'm going to do is I've already gutted the bathroom out and redid that 2 years ago, and it's going to be an absolute pain, but I'm going to have to actually tear one wall out again to install black pipe through my house, so that way I can run LP gas up to each heater in the house. Because I'm not going crazy on this electric bill next winter, especially if we have the same issues like we did this year with our weather dropping extremely cold. It was the worst winter we've had in 20 years, they said. Which I remember the last time it was extremely bad. Last time it was extremely bad, though. We were getting snow 4 or 5 days before Halloween here in Michigan. Heck, during the day of Halloween, the morning of, I was in town making $7 a driveway that I shoveled in town. $10 for doing the sidewalk, $7 for doing the driveways. I was making cash. Halloween day, man. Instead of being out with my buddies, getting ready for trick-or-treating and dressing up, man, I was out with snow shovels, pocketing that money. I know 20 plus years ago they would have been like, but Animal, you'd have been in your 20s. Hey, if Christmas is for anyone from 2 to 92, then Halloween is for everybody from ages of 1 till they're dead. Okay? So, I don't care. I hand candy out. I'll go out and get candy too. Give me a mask. Let's go. Trick or treat. You're dealing with old school trick or treaters here, man. Don't get the right candy, you get a ding-dong ditch, man. No, I'm joking. I'm old, but I can still run. What's going on, man? How are you doing? Long time no see. Long time no see. How's it going with you, everything? Never too young, man. Never too young. Halloween was supposed to be my birthday, but my mom will tell you she wanted to go partying for Halloween, so she literally had labor induced 5 days early so that she could go, because the doctors told her she had to be at least in there for 4 days to be released, you know, after having a child. So she literally begged the doctor to induce the labor because I was ready to come out. My birthday was supposed to be October 31st, but instead she had me on October 26th. Like a loser. But I'm still a Scorpio, so I don't care. I'm just disappointed that my mom decided she wanted to go partying for Halloween, and, you know, instead of having a baby on Halloween, which is, I guess, whatever. I probably would have wanted to do the same thing if I was 18, because that's how old she was when she had me. The funny thing is, she said that she was listening to Bad to the Bone. The doctor had Bad to the Bone playing while she was giving birth. So I don't know how true that is, but I'm just like, so you ruin my life in one way, but yeah, you make it interesting for yourself in another by having Bad to the Bone play, which is one of my favorite songs. I'm not gonna lie. The tune comes on, I can sing it word for word. Man, the prices on those PC parts have went up exponentially, even since I bought mine and built my PC up, dude. I went to go order some more RAM, the exact same RAM that I already had. I spent 180 bucks on it a year ago for the exact same RAM, DDR5, through the same company and everything. It went from 180 bucks to almost $400 for the same amount of RAM. I was like, yep, nope, I'm good, man. I probably should have just stayed with council, because that's just ridiculous. All because of tariffs and all that, the prices on all those parts jumped exponentially. It's not AI, man. It's that tariff stuff that numbnuts put into place that's causing the issue, man. It's exactly what it is. Get rid of those. They remove those tariffs on those countries where that stuff comes from. You're gonna watch that price drop back down to what it was a year ago. 100%. Yeah, I got my own little business going too. I do glass etchings and stuff on the side in my free time. I do 8x10 glass etching frames or glass with my own personalized and branded style of frame. I'm still waiting for the trademark to come in on, so that way I got it as my own, or patent or whatever. But I got my own. I charge starting out, pending on the glass etching, 200 bucks. Goes up from there if you want it bigger, you want more intricate design, stuff like that. So yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'd put it on the AI generation stuff, man. I really wouldn't. If you look into where a lot of the stuff, the materials come from to make that, you look at the countries, and then you go in and because you can actually look it up, and you can look up like what the current tariff prices are on them, and you're gonna find that it is insane, dude. Like, there are some countries that have almost a 300% tariff against them, just for them to bring something to here. So it increases our price exponentially, dude. Exponentially. And considering that a lot of those parts take gold to make, and where's a lot of the gold mined from outside of the U.S. in some of these countries that have like 120% to 200% tariffs put on their countries. So yeah, you can definitely expect that stuff to happen, my dude. And then especially prices on tractor parts that are coming in for foreign style tractor companies. Yeah, those prices definitely aren't dropping, man. Those are going up. Yeah, no, I like my PC, man. It's all liquid cooled. All nice. I like it. I mean, it was a pre-built, but I bought stuff to build it up. Did it all on my own. My stepdad used to be a computer guy. The car company that he works for, he's a plant manager. He actually created and designed about 80% of their computer components, stuff that they use in the factory. Like, he designed everything at home back in the early 90s and whatnot. Designed it, got it all patented, and then sold it to the company. And like, he's the sole guy that works on everything. When they need new updates for it, he'll sit at the computer at his house and work it up. Oh yeah, my stepdad, he's a drunk genius, man. No joke. He's an alcoholic, but when it comes to computers, like, he is so smart. I remember him taking pieces off of a microwave back in the early 90s, taking pieces out of a microwave to fix one of his computers that he had. It was freaking awesome, man. See, now I was actually looking at some graphics cards here about a month ago, and the price on the one graphics card I was looking at was actually cheaper than what it was like last year when I was looking at one, because I got the 4060 in this PC, which isn't the best, but when I'm sitting here playing on my own, I can play my games in 4K or aspect or whatever it is on here. So I mean, it works. It does my trick. I like it. Eventually, maybe I'll increase the stuff in it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But my ARC, when I put on 4K resolution, I go in and I put in 4K resolution on that on my PC. Oh my God, that is so stunning. Looks better than it does at 1080p. What you guys see ain't what I see, and that's a bummer. That's like on here, my graphics look so much better on my side than what it does for you guys on your side. But I also have my liquid cooled PC. I also have a fan blowing not extremely cold air, but about 45-degree air blowing towards it at all times too, with a little AC unit that I've got with a dehumidifier and all that. Oh, you wrong button. Are you serious? I like to keep my PC running as cool as I can. I got nice cool air blowing across it where it can get pulled in. Keep a dehumidifier in my game room. Don't want a lot of extra moisture in areas that it don't need to be. About ripped my PC off my table here at the beginning of the week. Well, last week I had to order a new cable for my steering wheel because I have a form of like, I get like jittery arms. My arms shake a lot when I'm sleeping, and I wasn't thinking about it. I fell asleep in my gaming chair right next to my steering wheel and everything, and ripped the wire out of my steering wheel. Freaking yanked my PC about 3 inches over the edge of the shelf that it's sitting on. Knocked my gaming chair over. Like, it was like, I was extremely mad. I was thankful that the cables that were hooked to my stuff end up the USB cables that are hooked to my stuff from my game actually pulled out of the PC in time. Otherwise, this thing would have been on the floor, dude. I don't know, man. I set my stuff up to run at whatever it goes at, man. I run it at its max. It's definitely better. It's definitely better than 1080p. Tell you that much. When I play Ark, I play that on. I play Ark when I stream it out. I play that in 2K. I don't play it in 4K. I have that set at like 28. Whatever the resolution thing is for 2K is what I've got Arc set at when I play it. This one here, I had it maxed out at 30 something, 40 something, whatever the thing was letting me go at. But then my PC gets extremely hot. And as long as I'm not doing anything super fast, these graphics look almost like I'm looking at a real tractor. I love it, man. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It looks great, especially on the 4K monitors that I've got it on. Looks absolutely stunning. My 4060 burns when I try to run her hard, but she gives me good graphics when I'm sitting here not streaming and whatnot. She gives me excellent graphics. See, now this is my internet right here. This is because everybody's at home today because they didn't have freaking school. teacher in service. So I get to deal with that. So all 800 kids in the local area are on their games, probably playing Fortnite right now. While the kids downstairs playing either 2K or that new UFC boxing game that he just bought himself. One of the two. After I get the land taxes next month, I think I'm gonna save up. I ain't decided what I'm gonna save up to buy yet, but just haven't come up with an idea yet, man. I got a lot of things I gotta get taken care of. I wanted to buy a 4090 about 6 months ago, but like I said, I've had so many family things going on, I just haven't had the chance to get my money saved up to do the extra stuff I want. Between having to keep this house warm during the winter and my aunt just passing away, so I've been helping out with stuff over there. So it's been very tedious timing and not a lot of extra fun cash to have. No petty cash, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, that's I was playing Ark in the 34 at one time. And like I said, Ark's graphics are so demanding that even the 4090 has issues with it. And I tried running this at the 4K resolution, and I'll tell you what, if I'm just sitting there and I'm just like doing this, a slow pan, Ark is fantastic. I can play it while not streaming, but I've got to be like, I can't just be running around the map like I normally would be. I got to be walking. But yeah, my PC gets so freaking hot. Like, yeah, it starts tanking. Like I said, I'd like to get a 4090, but I've had so many things going on with life. I wish I was 17 or 18 again, was young, lived with my parents. It'd make it life a whole lot easier. I wouldn't be disabled then if I was that young again. I'd have the whole life ahead of me all over again to do it all over. I got another old PC that I'm actually in the process of working on right now that I'm going to turn into a 3D printer type machine. I'm going to have it hooked up to a 3D printer because it's got the core that it's got in it still works with some of the latest 3D printers, which I was thankful to see that. So I do have to buy a couple of RAM sticks to put it. I got to buy a RAM stick to put in it, but other than that, that PC, that thing's 19. No, it's early. It's early. It's a Dell. Yeah, it definitely, when I play Ark, it tanks. It tanks. The original PC that I bought, once they shipped it to me and it got here, end up having a motherboard issue because of the foam packing that they put inside had damaged the motherboard. It actually forced one of the pieces to break a piece on the board, so therefore it wasn't powering up like it was supposed to, which I was so mad because that one was 40, or it was a liquid cooled 4070, an absolute beast, had the i7 in it, like, and supposedly when I ordered it and bought it, it was the last one they had in stock. So when it got here and it wouldn't work, and I got a hold of the company, and we figured out what was wrong with it. He was like, well, unfortunately, you ordered the last one we currently have in stock. All we got left is, this, and this. I was like, well, send me whatever the next best one is that you got that's just below it then, because I'm not paying more money for your guys' mistake. So then I got this one, and I was disappointed with MSI at the time, but I mean, I've had the computer now, what, year and a half, almost 2 years. Well, this game's been out for a while now, so I mean, I had it 9 months before this game dropped. So yeah, I mean, it's holding out, it's lasting, it's doing what it's got to do. Like I said, I have pushed my graphics card to the max on multiple variations. I mean, it hasn't burned up on me yet. Knock on wood. Oh, they're fun to build, but the PC that I would have wanted to build wouldn't have been cheap. The one that I wanted to build, if I could have built it, it wouldn't have been cheap. I would have probably spent no minimum of $5,000 on it. I think is what it would have been, because I wanted one that would, not only could I game in 4K, but I wanted something that would, export the video out in 4K. That way, every video I was making was quality. I've been doing YouTube for way too long, you know what I mean, to keep staying on the console and doing it. So, and now that I'm actually turning it into a business, and I've been pushing my channel, I'm monetized, I'm doing what I'm doing, I really want to aim for everything having better graphics, 4K. I've been doing YouTube almost 10 years. A little longer than 10 years overall as a hobby. Last 2 years I've finally turned it into a full-blown thing. So someday maybe I'll get it there where I can get me the PC that I want. You know what I mean? But until then, I'm happy with the one I've got. She's doing the trick. As long as I don't break her by accidentally yanking her off the shelf, I'll be alright, man. Okay, I didn't get it all in there. 29K. Maybe I will, maybe I won't break the 300K today. What are we at? 2 hours, 18 minutes. I'm aiming for a 3-hour stream at minimum. There's my hand. Grab it, dude. Down there. Alright, we gotta keep working, man. Gotta keep working. Can't let that money drop. The only thing I owe is this vehicle. I'm renting it. This ground is not all that great either. It doesn't, I mean, it packs down, but like if I get off the game and then get back on it, the ground will be all fluffy again. So eventually after I buy this other building I want to buy, we'll save up and we'll actually buy one of these. But like I said, we'll get it with the Eco Track, because this thing just moves so difficult out here in this. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, you operate one of these in real life, you're gonna find that it's just as slow and tedious to operate. I operated something similar to this when I was younger, except for it had a long arm that came off the end of it, with like anywhere from a 2 to a 4 foot blade could hook to the end of it, so that you could get in between power lines and clean the lines off, clean the trees out of the power lines. Oh yeah, fun job. It was called a giraffe. The boom was 40 foot long, extended out to 74, I believe it was. It was called an 80-foot boom, but it only went out like 84 feet or 74 feet. It was a full fiberglass steel wrap tube, so that way you couldn't get electrocuted. We had to clean it every freaking morning, like every morning, well, after work, I'd wipe it down every day. I'd wipe it down with a like a terry cloth type deal, get all the the juices, tree saps, you know, water, whatever off from it. And then in the morning, we'd have to do the same thing, but we'd rub it down with rubbing alcohol to clean it up, you know, to make sure it was nice and clean. So that way we didn't have to worry about electrical discharge coming through it and all that jazz. It was crazy, man. This thing's pretty fun. I like using this. I wish I could have operated one like this in real life. This thing would have been a blast. But see, on this game, we'll never get the tool that I'm talking about, only because on here, natural disasters take the trees right out, and they don't harm anything else. They don't break stuff. See, now I was kind of hoping that when they said we were getting natural disasters, that like if power lines broke, we could like pitch in to help like replace them or repair them, you know, stuff like that, which would have been cool. But it really damages nothing but like some of your property, like maybe your fields and stuff, right? Like I don't think they really do much else. I ain't never had a tornado on here go across my cow barn and like suck up any of my cows or anything like that, so haven't heard of it happening to anybody yet. It'd be cool if the natural disasters were a little bit more natural disastery. Come back, find my house half gone. They are a joke in here. If you want, easy money, wait for a tornado to clear out an area, and then go in and log it out. You'll get good money, because even if they're little trees, they turn into big, huge, fat trees. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing a tornado is good for, man. Only thing a tornado is good for. Other than that, they're a complete joke. They don't do nothing to the natural environment. I mean, they tear they put spots and stuff in your field. Ooh. Now, if it actually dug it out and like left a trench that you had to come in and actually have filled back in, like a real tornado does, you know, houses missing pieces, got to repair your house that you built, would be understandable. But yeah, with them not actually doing anything, they don't, like I said, they don't suck the cattle out of the barns or out of the fields like a real tornado does. I mean, the people are still on the streets walking around when it's happening. I mean, they definitely did not make it feel real enough. I mean, they got the tractors and stuff looking really good and nice, but they've still got so many issues in Farming Simulator that hasn't been fixed since the game came out, which are minimal, but they're still there. Like trees every once in a while getting stuck on the map and bobbing and dipping and weaving and stuff into the mesh. That's something they haven't fixed yet that they need to fix. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, dude, I've been on the grind, man, 2 to 3 times a day normally. I might be disabled, but I don't give up, man. I was taught as a little kid, never give up, never surrender. Because if that's the case, I would have gave up 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when my original goal was hitting 2K by the end of the year. Actually, was it last year? Last year, I was actually going to shut my channel down if I didn't break 2K, but something inside said, Animal, just keep going, man. Just keep getting it, man. You'll get it. So here I am, man. I'm aiming for it by the end of this year. I've been at it for almost 12 years, though, total, if you look at my channel. I started my channel the day I started like a couple weeks before I started posting, because I wanted to kind of figure out what YouTube is about before I started doing it. So yeah, nope. Like I've been at it for a long time. I started back before almost all the major people on YouTube are, you know what I mean? Like I started before almost all of them. I should be somewhere, but I'm not. Because I was doing it leisurely and I wasn't putting the grind in like those guys were. But then again, I was working 40 to 60 hour week jobs and stuff of that jazz too up until a few years back. So, I mean, I got a reason I didn't quit my job to do this. So, oh yeah. Yeah, they do got they just I mean, see now like I admire them for adding the fishing stuff. I do. But if they would just work on the game and finish and fix the issues that it already has first before bringing out more stuff, they'll find that there's more people would be on the game, more people would be buying it. Like I was looking at a thing a while back. Yeah, there's a lot of people playing FS25, but I was reading a thing here what like 2 or 3 months ago that a lot of people have went back to playing FS22 because there's less issues in FS22 than there are with 25. Now, how true that really is, I don't personally know. Because I thought FS22 was perfect. Like, I figured with FS22, you know, all they'd have to do to make a new game was to update their graphics, you know, change a few menial things that they got messed up, which isn't a big deal. It is to me with the OCD issues I've got, being that I used to load semis, and I know that some of the stuff they've got in here for loading is completely wrong and jacked on all levels. But you know what I mean? They got graphical issues and stuff like that. They got trees bobbing they need to fix. I mean, there's just stuff that needs to be done. I loved FS22. I mean, the only problem with FS22 for me is that I was onto my PS5. Okay, and we had little to no mods, anything great, you know what I mean, being on consoles. So that's why I was super hyped to get on FS25, was because I would have access to mods, stuff of that sort, and we would be skippy, you know, we'd be spiffy over here. I love it, but boy was I wrong. Great game. Great game. But even this guy here at the beginning had issues. The 22 counterpart didn't, you know what I mean? So I'm just glad they got some stuff fixed. They ruined some stuff as far as I'm concerned. Like that hazmat freaking wood chipper. They ruined that. They nerfed that thing by a lot. Like, I mean, it won't even eat the trees that it did when the game came out. First day I was playing it, man, I had that thing eating 3 of these trees this thick, man. That hazmat was just mowing them down. Now you can't even get it to barely mow down one. It's a struggle. I'd rather put my head in a plastic bag and gasp for air than fight with any of these wood chippers they've got on here. I'm not gonna lie. And I really hope that someone from FS hears that, because like they've got a lot of stuff on it. Like some of the stuff on here is such a struggle that, like I said, I'd rather put my face in a paper bag or a plastic bag and gasp for air. I got a better chance. Well, I got a lot of regrets yet. I mean, I had an issue 2 weeks ago trying to update this game. The game wouldn't update for me. It kept having issues. Kept telling me there was errors for like a week, man. For a week, this game kept telling me every time I tried to get in to play it that there was an update, and every time I tried to update it, it would give me an error code. And I'd look the error code up, and it was just that there was a programming issue of some sort. I don't even remember what the error was now. But it finally fixed itself last week. I played, and then I end up breaking the cable on my wheel. Just a second. Which was no fun. But yeah, I don't know what they had to do. They had to update something on their end, and I was able to update the game. It worked just fine. I sent an email and everything. I complained through their support. Just a second. Yeah, I complained through their support and everything, man. I was like, man, it's been almost a week I can't play this game. Every time I update, it's giving me this error code. Never even got an email or a response back, man. Nothing. Like, that's just, to me, that was dirty. Like, they couldn't even send a response. Oh, yes, yes, Mr. Animal, we're looking into it, or yes, Mr. Avery, we're aware of the issue and we're on top of it. You know what I mean? Like, not even a yes, we're aware of the issue. You know. And they can't say that they can't send out mass emails and stuff like that to their subscribers and stuff like that, because they can. I can go on YouTube and make a mass note to all my subscribers, and everybody, if they're online and they want to look at it, can look at it. You know what I'm saying? So they can't tell me they couldn't have been like a mass sorry apology letter. Hey guys, we know the issue. Which I'm not even sure what the issue was. That's the problem for me, is I don't even know what the issue was. But almost a week long, almost a full week, I couldn't even update the thing, man. I will admit though, when it was doing that, that gave me the perfect chance to go back and play Rust for a while. So I wasn't completely butthurt. I was upset, but I wasn't like kicking my stuff around the room and like, oh man, I need to get on Farm Sim. PS4 was alright, but I like the PS5 controller better. I mean, the PS4 controller was a little bit smaller, easier to hold on to. I mean, it would fit in your hands a lot easier. But then again, all small things fit in your hands easier, so. See, mine wouldn't even run the game. Every time I tried to get in, it was an error. Wouldn't even let me get in, man. When it said run update in background and play game or whatever at the bottom there, I tried clicking on it. I couldn't even get into the game, dude. I couldn't even play. Like, I gave up, man. I gave up, man, after a full day of sitting here trying it, and then a couple hours throughout the night trying to get it to update and do all that, and just sitting here, and then about 25 minutes into an hour-long update, getting told that, oh, sorry, can't finish update, even though you're 25 minutes in, it says you're 50% done, you know? I couldn't do it, man. I gave up. I shut my PC down, turned my PS5 on, jumped on some Rust, started playing that, and kind of got sucked into that, because that's an addiction worse than drugs. I swear to God it is. Rust is a very addicting game. Very addictive. Like I said, I think it's worse than drugs, man. But I'd rather be addicted to a game than drugs any day. Trying to get myself off the caffeine that I've been on for the last 30 plus years. Talk about going through migraine headaches, full on body sweats and shakes, wanting that caffeine. Man, I know what those people on drugs go through, man. Oh, I'd already deleted it from my PS5. I needed to make room for my other stuff that I have on there. It doesn't help that my like I said, my PlayStation actually caught on fire on me a while back, and I had to fix it. But the USB port on the back, where the little blue USB port, you know, for like hooking in like external memory stuff, it won't even work. It's burned out. I can't plug anything into the back of my PlayStation. The USB ports on the front work, but the ones on the back don't. I think I got 2 ports on the back, 1 or 2 USB ports on the back even, and neither one of them work. They're both burned out. Because I had like, I guess I didn't clean my system well enough or something. I had some lint buildup somewhere, and I was sitting here playing one day, and I seen a little poof of black smoke come up out of where my PlayStation was. I was like, well, what the heck? I looked down, my PlayStation's got smoke pouring out. I'm like, oh, crap. So I had to shut my stream down. I mean, it shut my stream down because it killed my PlayStation. It shut it right down. But, yeah, I tore it apart, cleaned it all up. Had a buddy over in a certain town. They do computer work and stuff. I had him tear it apart and clean up the stuff that was wrong with it he could see initially. And yeah, no, my ports on the back don't work, but I just wanted my system to work, period. And he said it didn't look like anything else was damaged from where it just kind of like sparked and did a little poof of smoke thing. But, you know, they cleaned it up, fixed it, it works. But I have to have an extra vent to force air off from it. And so yeah, now it's got a fan that's hooked to my window that literally it's like pretty much duct taped to the back of my PlayStation. And when that fan turns on, you can literally feel the force of air just being pulled through the PlayStation. So it's staying cool. She's staying cool now. Tell you right now. My games look a whole lot better when I've got it forced air cooled like that. Tell you what. And the way I've got it all tore apart and set up, I got a lot less cleaning to worry about. But I still got to go through and hit it with little air hose, you know. Psst, blow everything out. I don't tear it right down to the core like some people would do because I'm just not that meticulous with stuff. And like I said, with my hands being numb 90% of the time, I'm liable to break something trying to disconnect it, which I do repeatedly on a number of things. Like if I'm not careful, I can tighten a pickle jar too tight and then the old lady can't get it open. Yeah. It's all because I can't feel my arms, man. I don't mess with a lot of that tedious stuff anymore. I don't do a lot of stuff. Like, I'll work on things, vehicles, cars, stuff of that sort, because I know that the stuff can actually handle me being a little bit rough with it. A PC and a gaming console cannot handle me being rough with it in any way, shape, or form. Nope, I prefer not to play with my PlayStation and dig down deep in there. But it is essential to keep the stuff clean. It'd be nice if I could set it up in a nice box with like a nice air filter on the front of it, so that way I could just hit the PlayStation button on the controller, start it up, turn the fan on, have her sucking air right through there, and have it be extremely clean air going through it. Would be super swell. But I'm not gonna get that meticulous with it. If anything, I'll buy a new one. I got too many games, too many memories on the PlayStation, too many games I've got saved that you can't even buy or play anymore that are still saved on my PlayStation system, you know what I mean? And some of those games have a big hand in keeping my sanity when I was going through a lot of my issues, like when my right arm got ripped off and had to be reattached. Like, a lot of those games hold a lot of sentimental value to me, so I want to keep a PlayStation around so that way I can keep those games, because I can still play them offline. I just can't play them online with people because they shut the servers down. So yeah, sitting here trying to play one-handed for almost a year with a controller, playing games like Friday the 13th, you know, stuff of that sort. Like, a lot of those games carry value because they kept me in my sanity mode, kept me from wanting to, you know, because I could literally do nothing. I just felt like I wanted to die. So yeah, I'll never get rid of console. And I mean, I started on console, man. I got my original 2600 still sitting in the closet. My Atari 2600, which predates you probably by about 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? So, like, I'll never get rid of console. Ever. Ever. I mean, it was my mom and my aunt's console as well when they were kids growing up. So, it definitely predates a lot of people in my chat. What's going on, Jolts? How you doing, man? Long time no see, dude. I'm getting plenty of work done, man. Getting plenty of work done. arms are so numb, I can only get so much done, man. I gotta move at my own pace. Not Adam Sandler's medium pace, but at my own pace. Well, when you're used to being a jack of all trades and a master of none, and you literally get your arm ripped off and it's just laying on the ground and you're sitting there itching your own ankle with it, like, yeah, you know, for a year of sitting and having that bunched up and just being held there looking like a freaking chicken wing on your body and not doing nothing and can't do nothing, yeah, that makes you feel useless, man. Like, I've had my contemplations of what the other side looked like. I sure did. But looking back on life, I regret absolutely nothing that I've ever went through. I mean, if I could go back in time to change some stuff, guaranteed. I mean, who wouldn't? But like I said earlier, man, I wake up every day breathing. I'm happy. I'm thankful. Being that I grew up on a horse ranch / farm style, I got that gumption to keep going no matter what. Unless it's doing something around the house that other people could easily do, they just choose not to. They just want to play video games and sit around and leech off people all day, you know. That stuff I don't put much effort into because I figure other people can lift a finger and do something too. I provide the roof over everybody's head. They and pay the land taxes. They can help out doing other stuff. Where are we at? 268 right now. 280. Oh, 286. Nice. Cool. I wasn't thinking I was going to get no 20 out of that, but man. Oh, I'm going to keep up the gaming for sure, man. I just been playing some other games on the side as well there, Jolts. What's going on? Welcome back, Cole. I've been playing a lot of Rust. I'm trying not to burn myself out on this game and my arc. I don't want to burn myself out, because if I burn myself out and I wake up and I feel like I'm being forced to do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just got to cut back and find something else to do. So I've been trying to mix it up. I've been playing Rust. Last week, I had an issue where I broke the cable on my things. I had to get a new one. Got that taken care of. So now I'm back on here. And I will be back on tomorrow morning. Like I said, and unless something happens on the Rust side and I got to get on there and, I got to defend my base from a raid or something like that, then I'll be on bright and early, or otherwise it'll be a bright early stream of Rust because I'm defending a raid or whatever's going on, you know what I'm saying? So, but no, Rust is a great game. I love playing it. It's PvP. It does bring out the nit and grit out of people, so it does kind of bring out the accidental swear words every once in a blue moon. I try not to do. But, games will bring that out of you. Especially competitive ones. But I'm definitely going to keep up the gaming, man. It's like I said the other day, I'm going to keep gaming till the day I die. I mean, I've been gaming since I was a baby. I've always had a system with me. I'm always going to be a gaming. Always going to be doing something. As long as the channel keeps growing and keeps doing its thing, I will be here. There'll be some times where it might not be an everyday thing, you know? But sometimes you just got to step away. If that thing there'd start using more lumber up, man, start selling the stuff like it's supposed to, I'd be happy. No, honestly, I'd be real happy if the ground would just stay hard like this by the time I get back on the game tomorrow morning. The only way it would is if I had somebody on the server all night long. Only then would it stay like this. Which is lame. Hey, bud, it was good seeing you, man. You have yourself a good day, man. Take care of yourself. I'm breaking 300,000 today, man. Telling you. Ugh. Gotta miss these stumps, man. Them stumps are slowing us down. Tomorrow we'll grind the stumps all out, you guys. We'll get stumps removed. How's that? We're gonna have to start off with a chainsaw. Then I'll have to get my money up there. I don't remember what the part costs, the tool. I think it's like 100 and something. We'll check it actually here in a second so I know what I gotta have. Because I'm genuinely curious myself. I can't remember. Ooh. There it is. Okay. Ooh. I was gonna say, where's it at, man? Where's it at? 15 likes, dude. Let's go, you guys. We're killing it, dude. Epic. You guys are just, oh my lord, that's cool, dude. Ugh. That's gonna be the guy. 25,000. I thought it was like 100 and something. So it's 25,000. Okay, 25,000 like that base. Then with that, which adds what? 50,000 liter capacity. Then you go with Unreal, which I don't know what Unreal is. I don't have a clue. I don't never use Unreal. That puts you at 150,000. Oh. Oh. So we'll go with the 25,000, and if that doesn't work, we'll save up and we'll get the Unreal version. You know what I mean? I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Like that's, and I am not gonna sit here and cut each one of these things out with the chainsaw. That's just not happening. We got a lot out here. And you guys know me. If you guys watch me enough, you know I'm gonna go with the Holland. I'm going with the Holland. I know it is a Ford product. Ford has a lot of hand in making the Holland machines, or at least they did. I know the one that I've got at my grandparents' house, the one that we use there, that's a 94. Finally got the year on it. It's a 94 one little 170 New Holland, but it's also Ford. It literally says Ford in big white letters on the side of it, right below the Holland section. A lot of the parts that are in it have Ford Motor Company stamped on their parts. Like, it's crazy. I don't know if Ford's got that much hand in Holland anymore, but they did back in the early 90s. I was surprised. But then again, what most people don't know is one of the coolest sports cars in the world actually came from a guy that created parts for tractors. Isn't that weird? And what company might you be curious on? That'd have been Lamborghini. And you know what transmissions and clutch systems he was using? Ferraris. Yeah. To build the stuff. He took an idea to increase that, to make it better to the dude. The dude turned him down, so he made his own car. Made stuff better. Ferrari's cool, but Lamborghinis are, they're better. I still prefer a BMW. I'll take a 338i any day over any of those other sports cars as long as it's a BMW. I'm happy. I grew up around my dad being a Ford guy, my grandparents being Chevy people. So I've drove Chevys, I've drove, Corvettes, I've drove Ford Mustangs, I've drove a variety of the other sports cars because my dad's and his cousins, they all have a bunch of them. So I got to drive them, and tell you what, first time I got behind a BMW, ooh, buddy, I never even looked back at the old Lincoln that my grandmother was going to give me. Had air ride suspension. She told me I could have it. Bought me a BMW, one drive, man, that's all it took. And I was just like, you know what? Ford and everything else is in the wind. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I don't even like working on other people's vehicles anymore because they're not BMW. They're Chevy, Kias, little Fords, like... I'm actually waiting, too. I got to get my car out of, well, I got it in... I call it storage. It's sitting out here. It don't have a tarp or anything over it now. It did at the beginning, but the wind kind of blew that thing off. So I got a full car sleeve that I can pull my car into and then zip it up, which I'm going to next winter. I just got to I want to get a concrete slab poured out in my driveway before I do, so that way it's not sitting there in dirt and all that jazz and mud, because that's just, yeah, I don't want that. I take really good care of my BMW. Don't drive it during the winter. First sign of snow, it either gets put up into storage or gets pulled into the back part of the driveway and just parked there. Like I said, I got a full cover sleeve now that I can put over it. My grandmother had 3 Corvettes. She sold 2 of them in the last 3 years, and she don't need the extra car cover, and the people didn't want the car cover because they had like some underground garage they were going to park it in to work on it and fix it up, or I don't know what they were going to do to it, because the Corvettes were all immaculate, every one of them that she had. So they didn't want it though, so she kept the car cover, and it's just been sitting in the basement, and she seen that I didn't bring my car over and put it in the barn this winter, and to store it for the winter. She asked me if I wanted one of the car covers, and I was like, well, maybe next year. I was like, I got a bunch of work to do on my car. She's like, what's wrong with it? I was like, I don't know, something wrong with there's something going on with the 4-wheel drive on it. It's not wanting to work properly. I don't know. So I bought all the parts for it throughout the winter. So as soon as the snow is done, I'm going to get my normal insurance put back on it, pull it out of storage, drive it down to my dad's place because he's got a car lift, and be down there for about 3 or 4 days working on it. I'm putting all new motor mounts in it, transmission mounts. What else do I got? Plugs, wires, shocks and struts. Those I've got to order yet. I haven't ordered those yet because those are going to be the most expensive. I got to wait till after land taxes for that. So not next month, but the month after when I can do those. But those are okay. Those are okay. Those ain't no big deal. But I need to get my transmission doesn't have a spot to check the fluid. You know, like it don't have a dipstick. It's a sealed transmission, so no dipstick, no way to check it. So I need to crack the one seal on it open and put my finger inside the transmission while it's running. To figure out an accurate thing. And you're going to be like, wait, Animal, you're sticking your finger in the transmission while it's running? Yes. Yes, I am, because there is a component where all the fluid for the BMW travels into, where there is no moving mechanical parts, just fluid suction parts, right? And it's enough room for you to stick your finger in, as long as you can stick your finger into the second knuckle, right? Well, you don't have to go second knuckle, but you know that's how you know if it's low. If you're at second knuckle, it's too low. But if you stick your finger into the first knuckle of your finger, you know, and just dab it down, and you get your finger wet with tranny fluid while it's running, then you're at an appropriate running level for that year, make, and model of the BMW 2011 to 2014, I believe it is. 2016, 2015, one of those. So I've got to do that to check, because that could be why my 4x4 thing is acting up. It's just not getting proper fluid through everything. Maybe my transfer case is drying up, and I don't know, you know what I mean? So there's a variety of things that I need to do to get my BMW ready for this year. It's what happens when I neglected my car all year long, and I shouldn't have, because I take better care of my car than I do anything or anyone else that I've got in my life, except for my grandmother. So yeah, I'm really ashamed of myself for neglecting my car. But I kind of have to. I don't want to blame it on anybody else, but I did take my car somewhere to have body work done to it at the beginning of last year. A family member, which does it professionally. And when I got my car back, it was acting like that. And now I know when I pulled it out of the storage unit and drove it there, because I drove it for a couple hours. I even raced with some people on the highway for, a little bit. So I know for a fact my car was in. It was prim. It was prime, dude. There was nothing wrong with it when I took it into them. But yet 4 days later, I get it back and the transmission's acting up. The car's just not running right, and I checked fluids, everything the day that I pulled it out the garage, because I was raised by a mechanic, so I know, those are the most important parts, is the fluids, the checks, everything. So I know I did everything right. But somebody, for that it was actually 2 weeks that they had it, because my cousin came down with COVID, he said, which I think was probably their time they needed to repair my car after they did up, which they didn't fix it well enough if they did mess it up. But I did buy one of those little tab things to put in my car, so now I can check it on my phone. So if I take my car anywhere to have work done and I'm leaving my car, I know if it's being taken outside of the lot. And as soon as I see it move away from their building, and it's not on their lot and it's on a road, I call them. Because it shouldn't be leaving their lot for no thing at all. Especially in an auto body shop where all they got to do is pull it in and pull the trunk lid off and the passenger doors and fix some paint stuff where some kids thought it was funny to key my car. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no. So I'm not even going to give you guys the name of the body shop, because I don't need you guys to call them and razz them for it, because I've already done enough with my cousin about it. So, but yeah, I'll never ever refer anybody to go to him after that. That's the second car that I've sent there to have work done, and when I got it back, the transmission blew out on me within 2-3 days of getting it back. And the day that I got it back, it ran extremely rough and hard, and I asked what the heck they did to my car. And he said, we didn't do nothing, man. We just moved it around, cuz. It's like, you guys moved it around somewhere because it's got an extra 300 miles on it that it didn't have. Well, what do you mean? I was like, I took pictures and wrote that crap down before I brought you my car. I was like, that's got 300 miles on it that it didn't have when I pulled it into your driveway that day. He's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, I know what to tell you. You guys screwed my car up. When I called the cops to get the camera footage from their area, surprisingly enough, the camera footage for that 2 weeks while my car was there was gone. Yeah, no footage at all for 2 weeks while my car was there. So I'll never take my car to my cousin's body shop again, ever. And he can see this stream, then get a hold of me afterwards and ask me about it. I'll drive over to his house and punch him in the mouth. Like, no joke. I am that aggressive. That's like taking one of my kids out and breaking its leg, you know what I mean? Like, my BMW is my thing, man. Like, dude, I wanted to go to his house so bad and just pummel him, dude. Like, I bring my car. It's the second car that they've done it to, too. So, I know. I ain't stupid. Hey, $299. Okay, we need like 2 more trees to break the 3K or to break 300K. Let's get it. Let's get it. Need at least 1 more tree. 1 more tree will get us there. Me, I live in northern Michigan, my dude. Pretty sad when you can't even trust family to do stuff, man. See, now, if he would bring me one of his trucks and needed motor work done, which he can do his own motor work, but, you know, I mean, if he brought it and said, hey, man, I need new plugs and wires put back in this, I'll be back tomorrow, you know. I mean, he's got a beautiful lifted truck, you know. But that doesn't mean that I would take it out and go ram through the fields with it and do Brodies with it just because it's made to do it, you know. But 300 miles on a car that shouldn't have had miles on it, like, yeah, dude, that's when I seen that, I was like, yeah, I'm done. It should be in the chat. I should have it in chats or in my descriptions. And it usually pops up every once in a while. Well, my Streamlabs thing popped up. My Discord thing didn't pop. Hey, Bell, if you're here, can you drop the stuff for the Discord over on the short side, bud? If you're still here. I'm not sure if you are. I think you are. But if not, it is on the main channel. You can find it right there at the beginning. It gives you like that thing where you can click on to see the drop down of stuff on my main channel. Am I actually getting stuck on these stupid little tree trunks, man? Oh my god. I want 1 more tree for you and me. Go deep. Take her to the bottom. See, now tomorrow this stuff's going to be all fluffy again. We're going to have to bust butt working all over through it again, you guys. That's crazy. Pull up like this. Here we go. Let's grab 1 more. 1 more. We got trees super close. I want to break that 300K. We'll get one of these guys from over here. Eventually we'll work our way that way. I just been working my way the opposite direction. Come here, little tree. We need you. I should have known better. That's what, 3 trees? 3 trees in there? All right. Sweet. Wrong one. My bad. Overlaps with another object. Of course it does, because there's probably stumps all over through there, right? Of course there are. Of course there are. We never removed them the other day. All right. So, stop. Will you stop doing that? So, I guess what I'll do tomorrow is we'll cut down a few more trees. Make up enough money to get that, the wood chipper that I want to grind out all the stumps that we've got. And I'll get this area cleared up since it's right on the edge. I think I can put it right here. And it'll be fine. It kind of matches up with my messed up road that I put in. That's my fault. I just don't like the way that thing was working, as you guys can see right there. Looks like crap. But it is what it is. So yeah, that we will get done tomorrow. For sure. We got to 300,000. That's awesome. And after we go to sleep and wake up, that there will make us a little bit of money, and then we'll have to fill that guy back up. I can't wait to get this all set up and done, because this is going to be great. Did he not get that? Give me just a second. He must have hopped out. People got stuff to do, man. I ain't worried about that none at all. This should work for you. That's the Discord. 1,800 and what? 1,860. What? Nice. We're up there. We're getting up there. Very sweet. Very sweet. All right. Now I'm hoping, because I am gonna end the stream here in a minute. I'm hoping that this will have the proper music to it. I hope. Give me a second. I hope.
Got a stone wheel rolling past the cornfield rows. Mammoth on the grill, got the fire glow. Dirt on my boots, but the drip still clean. Club on my shoulder like a backwoods cane. T-Rex tracks by the old mud lane. Berry stained hands, little purple on the grain. You pulled up, laughed at my caveman ride. Said, dang, you really
It does. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream.
Prehistoric farmer, thank you for hanging out. If you like this vibe, you know what I'm talking about. Hit that thumbs up, let the tribe feel alive. Smash that subscribe, come and ride with the fire. One time. Got rocks in a row like a backyard fence. Sunburned neck, but the smile makes sense. We're kicking up dust, got the whole crew chill. Pterodactyl shadow on a red clay hill. You're sitting on a hay bale, scrolling that feed, laughing at a rapper trying to raise my steed. Before you head home, do a little good deed. Tap that button like you're planting seed. Prehistoric farmer, thank you for hanging out. If you like this vibe, you know what I'm talking about. Hit alive.